The galaxy is burning, brother fights brother, and treason splits the Imperium of Man. This is the Horus Heresy. Whether you're a warrior of the Legionis Astartes, an adept of the Mechanicum, or a mortal in a galaxy of madness, you'll find your place here. Welcome to the Remembrancer's Retreat, broadcasting deep within the bowels of the vengeful spirit. Hello and welcome to the Remembrancer's Retreat, a Warhammer 30k podcast. My name is Jesse, and I'm sitting here with Will today. Well, not with Will. He's somewhere else, but we're talking today. So, how's it going, Will?
It's going pretty good, my man. What have you got going on in the hobby right now? You doing anything?
At the moment, I've been slowly still messing around with my Warlord Titan and been kit bashing some Dark Angels. And that's about it.
Yeah, I saw that. Those are some pretty impressive Dark Angels you got going there. I saw you did a Librarian, and I guess is he going to be a Praetor is what he's going to end up being?
So the Librarian is definitely, got the Severin Loth, the Red Scorpions,
yes.
Mark IV Librarian. And I took a 40k, the new 40k Cypher model, and I took them into a bunch of different pieces, and I've been just scattering them about with some different models. The main body, I'm turning that one into a Praetor, and I'll post a picture of that up here later on. With
he's looking good, man.
Yeah, use some Pop Goes to Monkey 3D printed stuff, give him a big old sword, got some Dark Angels bits on him, and yeah, he's looking pretty menacing. Use the, what do they call the Chaos Space Marine backpacks?
Oh, Steven knows those patterns. But yeah, they're the ones designed for Void Warfare.
That's right. So I threw one of those on his back, give him just a little bit more uniqueness. It's looking pretty good.
Yeah, man, I really want to do a whole breaching squad for my Iron Hands and give them those and have them specialize in Void Warfare and use them for, ZM games would be great. That's the idea, right?
Sure, definitely.
I've been just working on my Warlord and then a couple of Primaris Raptor project I've been working on for a little while. But the Warlord, Legio Mortis, I got the trim done. I'm doing the black now, and then it'll be red, and I'll have one Warlord done.
So you are going Mortis, huh?
Yeah, I think, I mean, I wanted to go Mortis for a long time since I first heard of them, and then I found out they were traitor, and I was like, I can't do it for the I knew that it was a cool scheme and a cool sounding Legio before I knew what their faction was affiliated with, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. And then I read Mechanicum and I was like, these guys are jerks, but you know what? I'm just going to bite the bullet. I'm going to have to be a bad guy just so I can do this paint scheme.
See, I thought you were working on Graphonicus when it first came out.
No, it was Astorum, the Firebrands, because they were on Istvan and allied with the Iron Hands.
But yeah, that's not a Storm, because I'm doing a Storm.
Oh, it's not? Which one is that then? Is that?
I'm not sure what the Firebrands are.
I don't know.
I know
them as the Firebrands. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, our Heresy grad school guys know that stuff. Not us.
Yeah, man, I do the painting. That's what I do.
Yeah, I just do the building. It's basically Legos for me.
Yeah.
And a podcast.
I like it, though. Mortis is a cool scheme. Yeah, the podcast is definitely your best part of the hobby for sure.
It's fun. But so Mortis for you.
Some cool conversions for the Warlord to give him shoulder-mounted macro batteries. So I took the macro cannons from the two Reaver kits that I got, and then clipped off the missiles off of the Carapace missiles to where they just had the mounting points. And just put the macro cannons up there upside down, and bammo, now I have twin macro cannons on my shoulder-mounted Warlord weapons.
Very cool.
Yeah, those things are going to be awesome. When he gets up close, he's going to be throwing plasma and gigantic macro rounds everywhere. It's going to be awesome. On Titans, do you want to move on to some topics that came out? We got a lot of stuff going on. Right? Like, what do we have? We have recently Wisdom of the Grandmaster Part 3. Now, I don't know if you guys covered the other Wisdom of the Grandmasters in the previous episodes. Have you guys done that?
Is that the Titanicus tips and tricks. Yeah, here we go.
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I know I threw you all off kilter, man. I'm sorry. You were to go.
You're right.
In a special
You're going
order.
completely backwards from what I was having planned, but that's fine.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It just seemed like a great segue.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Titans, hey.
Yeah, exactly. So we got a lot of new squadrons coming out with Titan Death, and or not squadrons, but I guess maniples. Yeah,
and squadrons too, though.
That is true. Being able to put the variable squadrons, right, for the Lucius. Is it Lucius? No, come on, guys.
You mean the Warhounds?
The Warhound one. What is that called? Yeah,
that's the Warhound. It's a Mars pattern Warhound.
No. I'm asking the maniple, the Lucius pattern, the Lucius maniple. Is that it? The Lupercal maniple. That's it. So the Lupercal maniple is 5 Warhounds in adjustable squadrons, which is amazing. Have you heard about this, Jesse?
No. So Titan Death just came out this week, but I haven't really had a chance to crack it open and delve deep into it.
So this is amazing, right? So you can have 5 Warhounds, and they can create squadrons at will. So you can disband and create squadrons on the fly. So think of like, do you remember 7th Ed for Space Marines? You had Combat Squad. You pay the points for one squad. When it drop pods in, it breaks off into 2 smaller squads, right? Mm-hmm. You can do that with these guys, except also later on in the game,
bring them back
together. Yeah.
So if you wanted like a late game Alpha Strike.
Well, not just that, right? What if one of your Titan shields go down? You can run another Titan up to him, and all of a sudden they squadron up, get base to base,
and share shields.
Bam, they're sharing shields again, right? It's a great like safety net, and they're helping each other out if they're able to bounce from one another to keep shields on everybody.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's for people who are very good at maneuvering multiple models like that and seeing the bigger picture, it's going to be a very powerful maniple, I think. Now, today, we got a sneak peek of another maniple. And I think it is I forget the name, but it's basically indentured night houses to your Titans. And what this does is introduces basically a version of Look Out, Sir, for your Titans. Have you seen this one, Jesse?
I saw a snippet of that, a screenshot of that earlier today. But yeah, if you want to fully enlighten us on that, go for it.
It is very powerful. So you can choose if you're within a proximity of your knights that are in this maniple. So the maniple has to have a Warhound, 2 Reavers, and then I think it's 2 banners of knights, either Cerastus or Castigator. Or not Castigator, Cerastus or Questoris.
Okay.
So if you are within range, any shots that would go to your Titan instead go to the knights.
Wow.
And if it's a blast weapon, you have to center the blast over the knights.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it is amazing. If you want to pay the points to have your knights be bodyguards for your Titans, as it should be, right? Like indentured knights serving along Titans, that's exactly how it feels. My first thought for this, guys, let me know if you agree or disagree, is having a gunline sort of warlord in the back, right? And he's there doing his thing, stripping shields, whatever. He's a warlord. They do what they do.
Sure.
But now you give Reavers with close combat builds, Meltas, Fist, or Chain Fist, whatever it is, and you put them behind some knights, and you have them walk up behind the knights. Once the knights get there, if the knights get there, great. The knights are going to get some attacks in, but it's definitely going to help your Reavers get in by having all those ablated wounds that can, shell off.
Yeah. Now that sounds like a pretty impressive strategy.
It's going to be fun, and I think people who like knights and who like running smaller maniples and more knights are going to have a lot of fun with that, definitely. Now with Titan Death, I don't know much about Titan Death personally. My rulebook hasn't arrived yet. I pre-ordered it. It said it was going to be here Monday. Now it's not getting here till the 5th.
Ooh.
So we'll see about that, man,
Yeah.
But yeah, I am excited to see what else we have going on in the Titans world. A lot of good rules, a lot of good maniples, and this is just the first campaign book, right? We're gonna get a lot more, so we're gonna get a lot of other cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
Units have like war gear now. I know one I keep hearing about is plasma gargoyles, which increases your weapon strength, which is really awesome. It's just like rather you can aggressively vent your plasma, right? It's venting your plasma as a weapon. So perfect. And then a bunch of other Legios got special rules. But I think we'll go more in depth when I think more of us get our Titan Death book. But there's definitely a lot of good stuff, guys. You should definitely be excited for Horus Heresy Titans right now. A lot of
I'm curious to see where they go with this. I mean, after Titan Death, after Beta Garmin, I mean, it's a hell of a bang to start out with.
Exactly, right? Yeah. But yeah, what do you want to move on to now?
Well, we got the Venatori Custodians that came out earlier this week.
Yeah, Jump Pack Custodes with they fulfill a really unique role, I think. What's your opinion on
them? So overall, I like the look of them. Like, there was a lot of joking going around on the internets, but personally, overall, I think they look cool as fuck.
Yeah, definitely.
Say,
I mean, the paint job is great.
Yeah, the paint job is fantastic. If I were to make one criticism, I would kind of hope that they would have come with fully helmeted heads as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are in the same boat. Yeah.
But I saw someone kind of do a little Photoshop of the 40K Custodian Terminators, not the Aquilon, but there's some other name.
I think.
Yes, the Alaris, where they kind of Photoshopped one of those helmets on top of these.
Yeah, it looked all right.
Yeah, they looked fine. Might be something to think about.
Indeed. They already look like they have a very Alaris type of face mask, right? So I think it's very interesting. It's like they took the top part of their helmet off, which I don't understand why they would do that. I don't believe. I mean, I guess maybe they're worried about their plume getting caught in the intake fans, but I mean, just don't wear the plume in that case, right? One guy still has like long hair, so you know that shit's getting sucked.
Yeah, borrow your Heteron guard buddy's helmet.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me borrow that. So, as far as the Custodian Venetari squad goes, I have the rules right up in front of me.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, often referred to as the Emperor's hunting eagles, the Custodian Venetari are specialists in neutralizing threats to the Emperor amidst the sprawling towers and spire tops of the Imperial Palace. Veterans of the Blood Games, their ranks contain those with the proven skill to master the rare and sophisticated flight system and archaeotech weapons they use. A Venetari squad is 210 points and may be chosen as a fast attack choice for the Talons of the Emperor Army list found in Book 7. The overall stat line of the Custodian Venetari is Weapon Skill 5, BS 5, Strength 5, Toughness 5, 2 wounds, Initiative 5, 2 attacks, Leadership of 9, and a 3-up save. They originally composed of 3 Custodian Venetari, which you can add up to 7 for 65 points each, for a grand total of 10. They're jump infantry characters. Their war gear consists of Custodian jump harnesses, which provide a 3-up armor save, and the Auramite Pinion special rule, which gives them an invulnerable save of 4+ when locked in close combat, which is kind of cool. They have a Tarsus Buckler and Archaeotech Kinetic Destroyer. The Archaeotech Kinetic Destroyer is a 12-inch range, Strength 7, AP 3, Master-crafted fan burst pistol. With fan burst,
that sounds awesome. Yeah.
On a roll of 6 to hit, the bearer may make an extra shooting attack with this weapon, up to a maximum of 6 rolls to hit.
So it's saying that, oh, wow, okay. So most of the time it'll say these wounds or these 2 hits do not themselves cause additional to hits. But this they can. If you roll 6 sixes in, or I guess a total of 7 6s in a row, I guess no, 6 6s in a row, which would be amazing. Yeah. You can do it. You can totally do that. That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's definitely one of those things because it's a pistol weapon. So it's only firing one shot. But if you get like a group, if you get a squadron shooting, you might get lucky. It's definitely one of those things where you got hope that you have your maxed out squadron to really see the benefit of that one, I think.
Sure. Or just, hey, pray to the god of luck, I guess. Really hope you get that 6 in there, man. Because, I mean, even if, right, they're Archaeotech pistols, just long range, aren't they, basically?
Yeah, effectively. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, what was their profile again?
12-inch range, strength 7, AP 3. Pistol, mastercrafted fan burst. So you're also re-rolling.
Yeah, dude, they're better than Archaeotech pistols. They're strength higher. Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane. Real gun kata stuff, right? Where they're like cha 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 cha.
Yeah.
Plus so the models also look like they have like hooks so they can actually be holstered to flying units and that kind of stuff. Like they hook them to the armor as opposed to just holstering them in pistol holsters. That's really good attention to detail.
That's pretty cool. They also come equipped with, if you take the Archaeotech Kinetic Destroyer Pistols of Death, you also have a Tarsus Buckler, which is a melee weapon, a Strength 1, AP 3. It's a melee weapon with Energy Nullifier. The AP value of any attack made against a model bearing war gear with the Energy Nullifier rule is reduced by 1. For example, the attacks of a Power Sword striking a model equipped with a Tarsus Buckler are resolved at AP 4 instead of AP 3. It's kind of neat.
It is kind of neat. Only really works on the Power Sword, though, right? I mean, or the lance.
It says the AP value of any attack, not just a melee attacks.
Here's the thing, right? Weapon. Oh, of any attack, huh?
Yes.
And it's not just in combat. But here's the thing, I guess. So any. Okay. Really? It's any attack, not just in combat?
I'm reading it right here. I thought originally at first as well, but no, it says the AP value of any attack made against a model bearing war gear with the Energy Nullifier rule is reduced by 1.
Okay. That's
so
better.
Yeah.
I mean,
that is better than I originally thought.
You're gonna have to use AP2 on these guys, right? And then they're getting their 4-up invul, which is great because
when locked in close combat.
Yeah,
they only get their 4-up in close combat.
Oh, so if you do,
there's all sorts of little trickiness to these guys.
It's too bad they can't jink. I guess I don't know. Yeah, because that AP3 is going to be brute. I mean, any AP2 against them will be AP3, and they're done for. Yeah,
I'm trying to think of the ranged AP3 weapons, which aren't too terribly that many. Not common ones.
I mean,
anyway,
Medusas are the one. Not Medusas. I'm sorry. Basilisk are the ones that catch my mind immediately, or missiles.
Yeah, and what about shatter shells? Those are AP3, right?
No, shatter shells are 4.
Okay.
Strength 8, AP4. Yeah. But it's interesting because there are going to be some. You're going to be forced to use your AP2 on these guys. That way. They're going up to 3 and they're still nullifying, right? Which means you're not going to want to put your AP2 onto other custodes when you know they're still going to get their invul. So that's it. You just know these guys are going to take. Yeah, absolutely. Especially with that. Have you already talked about the lance?
I have not gotten to the lance yet.
Yeah.
The Venetari lance. It is so you have 2 profiles for this. You have the power blade, the pokey bit. It's a melee range strength as user, or +1 if you're charging. AP3 or AP2 if you charge his turn. And it has lightning blows, 2-handed, and it's a specialist weapon. So definitely being used like a spear.
Yeah, except it has one of the Archaeotech weapons on it. So, yeah. Very good. Very good.
So the Archaeotech repeater is a strength 7, AP3, assault 2, mastercrafted. Not too shabby.
No, does it have the fan blade or fan bolt, whatever that fan bullet rule is?
The fan burst, no. It is just a straight up assault to mastercrafted. So
not too bad, yeah. I think the configuration in the photo where you have 2 guys with the bucklers and then 1 guy with the spear is a pretty solid configuration. Maybe 1 guy with a buckler. Because I think you're going to want at least 1 buckler to reduce the armor pin or the AP of
Sure.
the weapons, right? Because
Yeah.
if you have one buckler, then that means all AP3 becomes AP4. So, that's pretty good.
Well, it's specifically against a model, not a unit.
Right. Well, you'd keep your buckler out front, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you.
Against barrage, obviously, they're going to be able to snipe you, but that's always a thing,
Sure.
But yeah, it is rather interesting. I like them, and they're definitely a distraction unit. Anybody who thinks that these are going to be like a frontline unit I think you're sadly mistaken if you're thinking these guys are going to be like equivalent to bikes or just regular custodian guard.
Yeah. Let's see.
Also, another thing, I guess,
Yep.
if you are in 40K, they did bring out all the Forgeworld line to 30 or to 40K. So there's that.
Yeah, there's still a few more rules to these guys here. They have a Crusader. It's pretty sweet. They are bulky. They have move through cover and fleet. So
jetpack and fleet. Yes, please.
Oh, and they have refractor fields. So yeah, they do get their 4-up save. Wait, hang on.
They get a 5-up save. In close combat, it goes up to a 4-up save. Perfect.
I see. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, I take that back. With those changes being made, yeah, fleet and jump packs. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be able to move your 12 inches and then still re-roll failed charges. Perfect. I love that. I love that a lot. Like I feel like I don't see that enough. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, these guys definitely a cool unit. Cool models.
Yeah, I'll definitely be adding
very interesting
at
rules.
least one. I'll definitely be adding at least one unit to the Custode project. That's for sure. Although I told myself I would only have 2 backlog projects at a time. But
yeah, I love it because you I remember you saying that in like 3 hours before these guys popped up.
yeah. No, it was hard, but I managed not to pre-order them, so we're good.
Okay.
The only thing I have really bought actually this year, I've done some trades and that kind of stuff, getting rid of bigger things for smaller things and whatnot.
Sure.
Just to save space, but I haven't really bought anything beside books this year. So I think I'm doing pretty good if I can keep that going where I'm just buying rules or like hobby supplies, because I got way enough models to paint, man.
Yeah. No, I got you.
But yeah, so overall, what's your final assessment of these guys?
I think they are pretty interesting, and if used right, they would definitely be something to be reckoned with.
Yeah, agreed. I do want to point out something that Jason said, that these guys are actually superbly balanced, I feel, right? Like their lower armor save, even though they still have all the other war gear to increase their survivability, they're still T5 custodes, but the fact they don't have armor plating on their legs, so it makes sense that they'd be a lesser armor value. It's pretty interesting, and I'm glad to see Forgeworld having done it. They're pretty expensive for what you get, so I think it's a good balance.
Mm-hmm. And I think 3 of these guys is $60 in U.S. coinage.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so if you want 10 of them, yeah. Oh, you can. You have to buy them in packs of 4. Yeah.
No, they come in 3 packs of 3.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to get 10, you have to buy
of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then you get 2 extras for weapon options, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect, right?
Yep. So yeah, overall, they don't seem like a complete beat face unit. They do actually seem like a very useful but not overpowered unit. So,
agreed.
I don't think anyone would grind their teeth over facing one of these on the table.
No, I feel the same way like when you see their Terminators, right? Like their Terminators are imposing, but like for what you're paying for what you're getting, like a regular Custode beats them out, I think, and for most whack players. And I think these are good to add if you want to soften up your list, just like Sagittarium Guard.
Sure.
So if you do want to run all Custodes, less spikes, less Telemons, more Venetari, more Terminators, and more Sagittarium Guard. That's what I say. I want to see golden boys, not golden toys.
Okay, I like that.
So what else? I mean,
There was
I mean, it
something
was
about
pretty boring, right? Like I think it was pretty
Yeah.
boring after that.
Yeah, nothing too big really released.
What's
Something about
this?
a Primarch. I don't know.
Who's this blonde guy I see with wings? What's his deal?
Something about a Primarch of the Blood Angels. And by God, this is a glorious model. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I don't care what the naysayers say on the internets. I fucking love this model, and I don't even play Blood Angels.
This is immediately I saw this and had a crisis of character, and I started contemplating selling my Iron Hands so I could buy a Blood Angels army, because this just looks absolutely amazing. It is such a good model, and I may still do it. That thought has not left my mind yet.
You may be tempted at Nova when they have the special edition event.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. So there's basically going to be two ways to purchase this one. Sanguinius comes by himself in the normal edition, and then there's going to be a special edition which actually has the large scenic base.
Oh man, where he's actually slaying the demon. Yeah, that's
what I'm assuming. So I'm really curious to see,
Oh yeah, he's not jabbing that sword down in the dirt. I mean, he's definitely shoving it into a demon. They're just not showing us the other half. That's going to be amazing. And so I don't know if you guys know me or not. I was in the army for a while, and I was a paratrooper, and the patron saint of paratroopers is Saint Michael. So to see him posed as Saint Michael really is just like tugs on the emotional strings for me. I'm just in love with that completely.
Yeah,
I really am.
Beautifully detailed. The wings, God, I can't imagine how long it took to model those wings. But I can't wait to get a good 360 look at this model.
Yeah, because people are talking about the angle of the legs, and I think you're just presented with an off angle,
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much on this model that they couldn't really... There's no way to get everything in this one.
Yeah. I mean, it is a full 3D model, and you're looking at a 2D image. You got to look at the whole thing before you make a judgment call like that.
So,
I mean, just look at. They even put like the leopard.
Yeah, I saw
and everything. Oh man,
whoever was in charge of painting this also did a fantastic job too.
Yes, absolutely. Oh god damn it! Sorry for swearing, but it's just so good.
It's good. It's fucking fine, dude. It's fine. But yeah, this is one of the few Forgeworld models that actually kind of stunned me. I was like, this looks amazing.
Yeah, I was speechless for a while. I just wasn't saying anything. I was just looking at it, just how impressive the whole thing was.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I'm still wondering what in the world they're going to show us at the Weekender.
I know.
There's no way they're doing all this good stuff right beforehand.
No, man. That's this weekend coming up, man. That's what I'm excited for. The 3rd.
Yeah.
It's going down.
I was surprised they didn't just release this at the Weekender. Like, it's Sanguinius with Malevolence coming out and everything. I would imagine this would have been one of those surprise, you can get this at the Weekender type of deals, but nope.
Okay, here's one crazy thought, right? What if they're hurting for Weekender sales, and to hype it up, they're like, all right, well, we gotta hype it up. What do we do?
Are they hurting? I kind of assumed the Weekender was sold.
That's the thing. So this theory, I think, is already flawed. But I'm just like you said, man. This can't be it. Oh wait, let's back up. Right at the very top, the picture that shows Sanguinius. Do you see that Sanguinius artwork they have for him?
Yeah, in the Black Library.
He's magnificent.
Yeah,
I would follow this man.
He's got little wings, little feathers floating around.
I know.
It's so cool.
I didn't even think about that. Can you imagine how messy that must be always?
Nah, I'd be fine.
He's got like a cult of people who follow him just to pick up those feathers and try to.
Can you imagine what those feathers would represent?
Oh god, I can only imagine they put them into like they mold them into storm shields and shit like that or whatever.
I was thinking come to some poor planet and someone picks up a Sanguinius feather.
Oh, yeah,
they've been worshiping that feather for ages.
Yeah, they totally are, man. They're just fucking. That becomes the center of their temple and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
A literal fucking angel came down and gave us his wing You sure he didn't drop it? No, he gave it to us, man. He totally just handed it to me.
So yeah.
But yeah, I definitely wish some of the other guys were here on, and because I know some of them have been waiting for this model for a while.
Mm-hmm.
In particular, I know Chris, guy we meet and play with at Nova. He's, his post was like, dude, I've been waiting for this model for 30 years. And he's been playing Blood Angels for a very long time and been a fan of them for a very long time. So for some people, I know this is like a huge moment for them,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't speak for them, but I hope it does it justice. I feel it's one of the more beautiful models that Forgeworld has put out.
Agreed. I think a lot of people that have issue with this is the fact that they may have built it up to something greater than what could have physically been delivered. In their mind,
I really wouldn't know how to. I wouldn't know where to go with Sanguinius like this.
Yeah,
they said this model was years in the making to begin with. So can you imagine how long it took just to figure out? Okay, what pose are we going to put him in?
Yes. Oh, yeah. How are we going to capture that?
Yeah. Now I do remember last year at the Weekender they did mention that his pose was going to be inspired by Saint Michael. So that's kind of
cool.
Did
they? Okay.
Yeah, they did. So it's pretty cool to see it in all its glory right here.
Super excited to see what else we get. But yeah, I think I can't say how good this is. In conclusion, it's a great model. Regardless,
Agreed.
I want to have it. I want to own it.
Yeah, super fantastic. All that's left now is Khan and the Lion.
Yeah. So what else do we have then?
Let's see. I think.
Wait, we also got a preview of the Crimson Paladins too, didn't we? Did you guys already talk about that?
I think we touched on it last week. But if you want to talk about it, you weren't here last week, so yeah. If you want to talk about that,
dude,
what do you feel? What are you feeling?
Like Blood Angels are getting amazing stuff, and like seeing those Crimson Paladins again, it's just one more thing. I'm like, I don't even care what their rules are. They're just gonna have power swords with storm shields, but they're in Cataphracti, so they're slow as shit. But they look so amazing. Like honestly, dude, I'm about 70-30 right now on getting rid of the Iron Hands and doing a Blood Angels army. That's where I am in my life right now.
Yeah,
they had all the characters. They had the Telemon, the Contemptor, the Praetors. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Can they do no wrong? They're so beautiful.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what let's see. Do they have? They have the Sanguinary Guard in 30K too, right?
They are there. Yes, they are there. Though we don't have rules for them yet or anything like that.
Of course, I wonder I guess you could pretty much just use those. If they came out with rules, which I'm sure they will, I'm sure they can just use the 40K models for the most part.
Yes, the only difference is they have Mark IV legs.
Yeah. I mean, they still got the Mark IV backpack, jetpacks and everything, and I guess the weapons are slightly different. So we'll see. Either they might do a upgrade kit, or they might just go full out and show us some Sanguinary Guard made by Forgeworld.
Oh man, Jesus, that would be amazing.
And if it's anything like what they've been putting out for the rest of the units for Blood Angels, just prepare for your mind to be blown.
Yeah. Probably the best line out there, I'm going to say it. And I know Emperor's Children are supposed to always try to be achieving perfection and everything like that, but they just don't compare. They really don't. Purple is such an inferior color to red.
But yeah, super exciting. Just a few days away from the Weekender. I can't wait.
Me neither. So what else do we have then, aside from the Weekender coming up? Do we have anything else really going on then? I think that's it. We're just in bated breath right now, right? We're kind of in the calm before the storm.
Yeah. Yep. It's a little quiet week. Besides,
if you're a fan of Gene Stealers, I saw somebody drew a mural of a Gene Stealer.
Yeah. Yeah, that gunslinging Gene Stealer. That's pretty cool.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, it was a pretty
it's completely legal, they said too, and was commissioned or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, that was pretty neat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think I have anything else. What about you, man?
So a few little notes, which I've posted on Facebook before, but just as a heads up, guys, we were moving. Yeah. Test 1, 2. Here we go. So our audio host, SoundCloud, is what we're using currently, and starting with this episode, we'll be moving our host over to Podbean. So what does that mean for you guys? Nothing too terribly much. The RSS feed is being right now redirected to Podbean. So when that happens, just verify that the RSS will start to continue to come from Podbean. Just make sure you're on Facebook and just see when we release episodes, and you'll be able to keep track, no problem. And we have our own little official website through Podbean. It's rr30k.podbean.com. And you got all our episodes right there. You just browse through in this cool little website. And if you hit the little extra link on the left-hand page, on the left-hand side of that page, you got a few links here to our Facebook, to our Twitter, and also our Teespring swag shop, where we got some t-shirts and some mugs. So if you want to support the podcast, say a little hi and wear some cool little swag, feel free. It helps us out and helps keep the cost of this program going. And yeah, we'd love to spread the word. And if you like it, let us know. So yeah, other than that, that's about all I have.
Yeah. For me, I guess we'll be moving into plugs then.
Yeah, I guess that was a plug. So yes, we are moving into plugs.
Yeah. Check me out on Lancaster Painting on Instagram and Facebook, and also Twitch now. I'm going to be trying to do Twitch multiple days a week, but at least 1 day a week. But yeah, it's going to be fun.
Awesome. All right. Well, with that being said, I think we can safely call it a night. And maybe we'll do something crazy with the Weekender. Maybe we'll do like a live podcast and see what's going on. Maybe we'll do something. Tweet it. Tweet live. Maybe we'll get on Twitch and just watch it. Maybe there's a show. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. Just what a great stream. Just people watching people look at Facebook.
Yeah.
It'll be amazing.
The best. It will be the best.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
down. We'll do something. I think it's kind of fun. So, all right. Well, yeah. For the Remembrancers Retreat, I am Jesse.
And I'm Will.
Have a good night and keep those dice rolling.